Hey guys, so here is a little bit of what I carry with me on for fuel when I go on long trips. Some of this stuff is just duplicates, but I'll just to kind of talk about the different things, but and what my preferences are as far as carrying. But I just wanted to touch a little bit of what I carry. Um, I always carry. Let's start off with the hoses. This is a no, a no-brainer. Always carry hoses. As we know, California has a lot of ethanol in the fuel, so these tend to break down. So I always carry extra, and I inspect on my fuel system before I take off. These are what I prefer to use, the plastic ones. But again, they're a lot more hard to use and to fit on the trail. So I just take rubber hose. I do go a little bit on I do splurge a little bit extra, and I do get this fuel injection hose. See how it says fuel injection hose? It's a little bit better constructed. You can use it for diesel, or you can use it um, for fuel injection and carburate it. And I just like it because it has a better sidewall than the inner wall than the other regular stuff like this stuff. This stuff will collapse, and so you can tell. See if it focus. It's already it's already a hard. I had this hose for maybe less than like I may have used it once, and it's already hard and brittle. So I always use this one. It's a little bit more expensive, but I've never had issues with this hose. Always carry extras. Then we go to fuel filters. You can go with these. I'm okay using these. I don't like them because they're plastic and they tend to sometimes melt or deform. But if you have it at the top of the carburetor, it's okay. I tend to like these better, and this one is probably my favorite. These are cheaper. These are about $19 each. These are about 15, I believe, and these are about like $5 or less for these. So if you do carry these, carry like maybe four of them. You know, these you can actually take them apart and clean them. This one has a plastic filter inside. They do sell these replacement filters. Um, this one's made out of this mesh right here is made out of stainless steel. Kind of better, a little bit better. I really like these because you can any of the clear ones because you can double check that you got flow going through your system, fuel flow. And lately, on these, not this one yet because this is brand new, but these these are the gaskets that come with it. And again, the fuel tends to deform it and make them hard. Wherever there's fuel contact on the inside, they're very hard, but on the outside, they're soft wherever the fuel hasn't hit them. So what I'm doing now is I'm making my own out of cork. I've never had issues with cork, um, having with the fuel and cork. So I've been using these. This one is about 3/16 or yeah, about so thick, and I make my own. I pre-cut them with an X-Acto knife or a box cutter, and then I come in with these. You can tell it has a cork on there. Wear a mask when you do these. But what I do is I use this sanding disc or sanding drum, I should say, and I clean it up with the sanding, and I make my spares. I have two new ones that I did in here, and I made two extra spare ones to carry, and I'll carry these just in case, whatever. Doesn't hurt to carry them. Carry fuel clamps. If you have if you don't have a long enough hose, carry a splicing, you know, little piece like that. Make sure you carry the proper clamps for these. Um, Tape. I don't like Teflon. You can use it to get home, but I prefer this one here. It's gas lines and water lines. It's a lot thicker too. It's 3.5 mil thick. So I like this one a lot. Um, When it comes to fuel pumps, I have, these are extras. These are the mechanical ones. I carry at least one, and I do carry the proper AC ones. I like these a lot better. So if you have an AC pump in your system, carry one. And then also, I carry them just because I have them. You know, you don't have to just carry one. But I also carry a electrical fuel pump. So I also carry electrical fuel pumps. I carry on each fuel tank. I carry these. They're not cheap. These are the AUF 214s that have the in and out fuel lines. This one is used. I have two new ones in the ambulance, and these I prefer to carry. These are much quieter. They work on points. All the ones that I have are working on points, and I have two of them, one by each fuel tank, and I carry a spare. I mean, technically, you can probably don't even need to carry a third one, but I do. I have them. Why not? Cheap insurance. These are good to limp home. They're noisy. They never had really good luck with these lasting a long time. They will limp you home, but if you put these in your truck, they go out. These are just electric solid state pumps, and they always go bad. So I just have these as a transfer pump here at home, but nonetheless, I don't like to rely on these. I'd rather carry one of these used. And if I already have two and I have one here, technically what I have in here are spare parts, or I can just switch it out and use it, so you can always limp home by using the parts on all of these, and they're interchangeable. When it comes down to installing these, they have these brackets from SU. These are the proper brackets that you use. I do like them. They have a nice rubber isolating to put them in here. They slide in here. I do like them, but the only thing I don't like about them is that they stand off a whole lot more. And since I don't run these, I run my mechanical pumps. These are just to prime or as an emergency in case one of these fails. But I usually rely on these for just priming. I use this. This is one of these brackets are from your typical like coil. This is a coil bracket, and I usually the ones that I have usually fit nicely. The only thing I do is add electrical tape, and then once you put it in and you tighten it up, you can always use like a rubber, like a cork gasket around it or whatever. And what I usually do is, since they're tapered, I install them usually like this, so the taper is always hitting down and it won't fall off. So anyways, the other spare that I carry with me is a full carburetor. I have so many of these, so I just carry a whole complete unit, and if I have any problems, I usually just swap them out. And at the end of the day, you could carry like just the most important things, like the float and a needle and a gasket, maybe an accelerator pump, and that's it. You don't need to carry a whole lot of stuff to get these going. And then if you do have mechanical pumps, I've dropped these so many times and they never break. This one is not a proper AC. The AC ones have the lettering at the bottom. But just recently, I never thought these actually broke, but I did drop it the other day from the fender, mind you, from the fender, and it broke. The first time I've ever broken one of these bowls. So I probably suggest, if you have a spare bowl, to carry it with you, because they do break. This one, you can tell it's kind of yellowish, so it's not an original one. These, you could tell they're not yellow. It's nice and clear. So maybe that has something to do with it. But The original ones usually say AC at the bottom. These two have been rebuilt and they're ready to go. You could carry the spares as well if you'd like, but there's no need for that. So anyways, I mean, for fuel, there's not much you can carry other than this. This should probably limp you home more than likely get you out of the trails. So I would always keep it simple. But if you have the means to carry an extra one, why not? Like it's cheap insurance rather than being stuck out in the trails. You can always bypass or get you home somehow by carrying just you know an extra pump or two. You can find these on eBay really cheap, by the way, and rebuild them, or even on Craigslist or some of the classifieds. These are rebuildable. These are not. These are throwaways. So, anyways, hope you guys got something out of this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.